What's up, guys? GoBarSouth23 here. If you saw my most recent video, you would have seen my 5 reasons to be skeptical about NHL 19. But here are 5 reasons you should be excited about NHL 19. Yes, that's right. The guy who has made a name for himself ranting about Ice Tilt has 5 positive things to say about NHL 19. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Coming in at number 5, we have the World of Chel. The World of Chel is going to be doing something very similar to 2K's, I don't know if it's like Pro-Am or My Park. I think it's My Park, where like you've got your custom character. You go out there and wear all these crazy ass outfits. You know, you can deck yourself out in basically whatever you want. You can wear some retro Jordans, you can wear some brand new shoes, you can go out there and wear a regular basketball uniform, or you could go out there big pimping in a giant fur coat probably if you wanted to, and go play some one-on-one. And basically that's what the World of Chel is going to be like. So I think that's a great thing for this game. I think that is a great addition to NHL 19 because people love customization. And get this, there will be no microtransactions in the World of Chel. Alright? All these cosmetics you unlock for your player, you will not spend a dime on them. EA has finally made a game mode that caters to the free-to-play player, although you could argue that Hockey Ultimate Team on NHL 18 catered to the free-to-play player pretty damn hard. But anyway, they have made a mode where there is no pay-to-win. You cannot argue that there's pay-to-win. I mean, it's just cosmetics. Cosmetics are not pay-to-win. Unless you're looking at guys who pull off some crazy-ass clips on Fortnite, do the flippin' sexy, and someone misses a snipe. But these are just cosmetics, but there's going to be all this cool stuff, and you don't have to pay a dime for any of it. And I think that is a really great thing that EA brought into NHL 19. Coming in at number 4, this is something I don't do a lot on this channel, but this is going to be the returning user bonus in HUT. I'm talking about HUT on this channel. I never do that. But the returning user bonus this year is unreal. It's absolutely unreal. It is a great thing if you are a player like myself and you firmly believe that you're basically selling out when you throw money into the HUT market. You're basically selling out and saying, I don't care if the product you put out is good because I'm just going to buy my wins anyway. All right? That's basically what you're saying. I mean, you can debate that all day and night. I don't care. That's your opinion. I have mine. But the returning user bonus this year is unreal. All right, you are going to get, if you played NHL 16, 17, and 18, you're going to get Jonathan Toews, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Connor McDavid. Now, albeit these are probably not going to be as high rated as some of the other cards in the game. They're probably going to be like 85s. But at the start of the year, you're going to have 85s on your first line. Alright, so you're going to get those 3 players. You get to choose 1 legend. If you pre-order the Legends Edition, you get to choose a cover athlete. Like, let me break it down for you. Alright, you are going to have basically 5 players on your team off the get-go for free. Basically for free. All you have to do is pre-order the Legends Edition, and you are going to get McDavid, Tarasenko, and Jonathan Toews. Then you get to choose between like 1 of 5 legends, and you get to choose a cover athlete, so either PK Subban or Wayne Gretzky, depending on if you ordered that Legends Edition. So my first line, being how I'm a Blues fan, my first line, day 1 on HUT, is going to look like this. Brett Hull on the left wing, Wayne Gretzky on the face-off dot, and Tarasenko on the right wing. And on my second line, I'm going to have Toews and McDavid. Like, that's a fucking nasty lineup. That's 5 of my 12 skaters, 5 of my 12 forwards, excuse me, for free right there. I've got 5 of the 12 forwards right there, and they're all going to be 85s or higher, and that is good at the start of the year, all right? Those are the players you're going to want on your team at the start of the year. Now, a couple weeks down the line, those guys will probably be bumped to your 4th line. But off the get-go, you're going to have a pretty big advantage over the players who did not go out and pre-order the game and get those pre-order packs. Coming in at number 3 on the countdown, we have eSports. Yes, you should be excited about NHL 19 because the possibility of eSports growing for our beloved game is there. All right, we've had these big tournaments put on now. We had the Gaming World Championship. We had TDI's Threes tournament, which is something that might go on every weekend. And there have been rumors and rumblings throughout the community. Maybe some game changers slipped up and might have mentioned it or something. But there might be an eSports hub in NHL 19. Now, that's just a rumor. That is just a rumor, all right? My inside, underground, outside sources may or may not be reliable on that one, but there is a rumor that there might be an eSports hub for NHL 19 in the game. And what that might look like, maybe you'll have, you go into the eSports hub, and if you're participating in an eSports league, you go into that hub to play your games. And if you're not participating in the league, you can go into that hub to spectate the games. Now, this would be really cool. At this point, this is just pure speculation. But even if we don't have an eSports hub in the game, eSports are sure to take off on NHL 19. Coming in at number 2 on the countdown, we have the Real Player Motion Skating Engine. Yes, that's right. We are getting a brand new physics engine for NHL 19. Now, a lot of people went all batshit crazy talking about, we need Frostbite. NHL 19 needs Frostbite. Why doesn't NHL have Frostbite yet? You know what? Frostbite can take a back seat and lick my ass as far as I'm concerned, as long as the gameplay mechanics are smooth. The graphics can come later, but right now, I'm more concerned about the gameplay, and the new Real Player Motion technology is supposed to be the most fluid it has been since NHL 14, when we fucking skate around with the puck on a wand, like the magic wand, stick handling. Those were the days. But it's supposed to be the best it has been in a very, very long time. Hopefully this is the change we've all been waiting for. If you go and watch the trailer, there's a couple of moments in there that you can pinpoint, and it looks like the skating is a lot more fluid. You're able to stop, start, stop on a dime, make sharp cuts, use crossovers, edge work, all that stuff. My favorite thing to point out in the trailer is when Sidney Crosby goes behind the net, stops, crosses over the other way, and throws a pass out front to his teammate who scores on a one-timer. I mean, you know how long I've been waiting to be able to do stuff like that in the offensive zone? Instead of like picking the puck up, trying to stop and start and go the other way, and turning around in a fucking 360 like a beer league pylon, you're actually going to be able to look like an NHL player out there. That's fucking unreal. That's what we want to see. We wanted gameplay improvements this year, and I think that's what they delivered. I'm thinking this is what they delivered for us for NHL 19. I have heard nothing but good things about the game so far. Hopefully we get a beta so we can try it out for ourselves. There hasn't been any news about a beta. But anyway, I mean, I'm excited for the game. We're supposed to have great new gameplay improvements, and that was the number one thing that we asked for after NHL 18. We didn't even ask for any new features. We just wanted gameplay improvements, and that's what they gave us. Finally, coming in hot at number 1 on the list, we're getting back custom builds in EASHL. Now, sort of. There's an asterisk on that. We'll put an asterisk on that. Basically, the rumors are you're supposed to still have like player classes like sniper, hitting sniper, dangler, two-way dangler, playmaker, jumbo playmaker, power forward, two-way forward, grinder, enforcer, all those things. Two-way defenseman, offensive defenseman, all that stuff. We're supposed to still have those classes, but there's certain player traits that you can specialize in. Let's say you wanted to have a power forward because you wanted that big, strong body, but you didn't want your guy to be an absolute fucking turtle out there on the ice. You get like 2 player traits that you can specialize in. So let's say you chose the power forward, so you're big, strong, you're good on defense, you can body people. But let's say you chose speed as your one trait and shooting as your next trait. You could essentially have the perfect forward right there. So you've got the big body, you can play the body, you can play defense, but you've got speed, so you can create plays on offense, and you've got the shot to tuck it home when you need to. You could essentially have the perfect forward right there. But, I mean, you got to think there's going to be a meta like there was on NHL 14. You're going to have tiny little 5'8" forwards running around skating 1,000 miles an hour and big fucking ogres on defense laying them out. there might be some of that going around. There's probably some truth to that. But I like the fact that they put this back into the game, that there's some sort of customization to your build in EASHL. I think they did a good thing when they took away the skill points as far as like leveling up and unlocking skill points, because then it's just how many hours you can log into the game is going to give you a massive advantage over somebody who doesn't have the time to play as much. I don't think that's right, but you know, I'd like to see them make it so everyone has a base set of skill points that they can spend, and you just allocate those how you feel would fit your play style. But anyway, this is a good step. I like what they're doing this year. There's a decent amount of customization to your player. We will probably end up seeing in leagues like LG, there's going to be a meta with, you know, tiny forwards with super sick speed and nasty hands. And there's probably going to be big defensemen that use speed as one of their traits and like your skill stick as the other trait. But we'll probably see some of that. I'm not going to lie. But I like the fact that there's customization. And you are going to be able to save customization classes so you don't have to use the same class every time. You can save, you know, X number of classes. So let's say one game you want to be the tiny speed guy because you see your defenseman you're going up against is big and slow. And the next game you got some small skill defensemen. Maybe you want to outgrind them, so you use your power forward the next game that has the fucking speed and grinder traits activated, you know, something like that. So you'll be able to counter your opponents without having to go back and reallocate your skill points to a different style of play. You'll be able to have set styles of play that you can choose from depending on how you see fit for that game. So with that, I'll leave you guys with my closing statement here. I am very excited for NHL 19, and the number one reason I'm excited is because we are not talking about new features. We are talking about gameplay improvements. That is the number one talking point right now in the NHL community, is gameplay improvements. Last year, we were talking about new features at this time. This year, we're talking about gameplay improvements, and that is exactly what we asked for. I have a really good feeling that EA delivered for us this year. They listened to their community, and they went out and made a good product with solid gameplay improvements. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like this one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And if you really want to be cool, hit that wee little bell icon to be notified every time I upload. Thanks for watching.
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop